Everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout and using the new to me, August kit from Studio Calico. It is Marks and Company and I had 3 add-ons. So here are some of the papers that I'm going to be using. And this is Cut and Paste by Amy Tangerine. And this is Fancy Pants. And the last one is, I kind of went quickly. Too quickly, I couldn't see who it was. So I'm going to use that grid as my background. And these are, I've kind of told the story already about these pictures, but we went apple picking and my mother-in-law was like either 89 or 90. This was a couple of years ago. And all of a sudden I see her, climbed up on a ladder getting some apples, and I was just like, I don't know if you should be up there. I wasn't even climbing the ladders, and here she was, up on the ladder. So anyway, I just want to document that. So I have a couple of pictures here, and I'm going to mat one in red, and then the other one I'm going to frame it with one of the frames that came in this month's kit. I think it was from the polka dot collection from American Craft, Dear Lizzie. And then I'm going to use some of these papers just for added, color and texture in the background. So I'm going to take that Fancy Pants pattern paper. I'm going to cut out a strip, and I'm not going to be too fussy about it. I'm just going to use my scissors. And then I'm going to cut it down so it kind of fits onto the page. And it was kind of really crooked, so I just used my scissors my trimmer to just fix that side, because every time I tried to fix it, I was making it worse. So I'm going to go through all the trouble of cutting out that chevron, and I'm going to leave it on the layout for quite a bit. And then I decide on changing my mind, all because of one embellishment. The red really clashed with this red, so I opted for the embellishment and not the chevron. So that's what made me change my mind from using those chevron. It was one embellishment. I really want to use it, and I was trying to use that chalkboard sticker, I guess, or washi that we got in this month's kit, but I just couldn't get it to work. So I'm going to look for different washi to use. And now I'm going to use that pattern paper, and I'm just going to cut a strip, and then I'm going to cut it in half. So that looks like an American Craft, either Dear Lizzie or Polka Dot Party. I know it's American Craft, Amy Tangerine. So I guess it's cut and paste. And I'm just going to cut a strip, and I'm going to cut it down and add it in behind the photos. And the reason I'm kind of delaying is because the recording keeps freezing. So I'm just going to stop it and start again just to make sure that it's taping. Okay, so it was taping, but I just want to make sure. So I just basically cut a strip, and then I cut it in half, and I put half of it at the top and the other half at the bottom. Now I know I want to use that washi tape that I just brought in, but it's too early to put it on the page. Now this month's kit came with a lot of cutouts that you had to cut out yourself, but I don't mind. I guess I'm so used to the digital prints that, I have to get them printed and then I have to cut them out myself. So what I did is I cut out most of them, and the rest I just, cut it closely, I guess, so that I only have to do a little bit of trimming if I want to use them. So I'm really liking that because it's given me extra things that I can use to embellish on my page and add in my clusters, because that's usually where I would go and get extra stuff from my stash, was at this point, because I didn't find there was enough layering stuff. And I still end up going into my stash, but at least I know that I'm going to my kit first, looking to see what I have in my kit, and then I'm moving on and seeing what's from my stash too. So this is the first layout using the Marks & Company, and it took me an hour and 24 minutes. And I have to tell you, when I start a new kit, I find it, I'm excited to start a new kit and everything, but when I look at all these papers, because I usually get most of the add-ons, so there's 20 pattern papers, and it's quite daunting. Like, I don't know where to start. So the video right before this one, what I started doing a few months back is I do a paper selection. So I sit down on my bed, I spread them all out, and then I kind of match up the papers that I find go well together. Now, it doesn't mean that that's the only way I'm going to use the papers, but at least it gives me a jumping off point. And usually also I don't choose my pictures before my pattern papers, like when I get into the kit quite a bit, because I get to know the kit so well that without thinking too much, I know what pictures I'm going to use. When I first start a kit, I choose my pictures and then I go and try to find pattern papers, because I really don't know what the pattern papers are there to offer, so, or what are going to, what colors are there, so I'm finding it hard. So I went and chose those pictures. I knew I had them aside because I want to scrap them. Another thing I do is when I start a new kit is I go through my pictures, I grab a whole bunch of pictures and divide them in piles. So I know, like, this will be for one layout, another layout, another layout. And then I keep those aside so that I know that for this kit, I'm going to try and get through these pictures. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stick to it 100%, because sometimes, like I said, I get to know the kit so well that the colors, and I go, oh, those pictures, like they go really well with this pattern paper, so I go get them. So I took a doily, a white doily, and I cut it in half, and I'm going to put it to the sort of the top right and the bottom left of the layout. Now I'm going to use some of these labels. These labels, I actually had them aside for my December daily, but I knew exactly where they were, and they were the perfect color because they're red. And this layout is, the main color is red and a little bit of pink, because I find red and pink really go well together. And the background paper, it's a red grid, but the background, it's a little ledger, not ledger, it's little printing, and you can't even see what it says, but it's so faint that it looks like a light pink. So that's where I found it was okay to bring in some pink also. It was because in that ledger there was some pink. And I looked down there for a second, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But whenever I use stickers, I like to move them around on my page. So what I have is, it's called an EK Success powder tool, and I got it at Simon Says, and basically it has baby powder in the barrel, and when you take the paintbrush part of it and rub it on the sticker part, the powder goes on and it takes the stickiness away, so then you can move it around. I took one chipboard sticker from the Amy Tangerine Cut and Paste collection, and it says These Moments, and that's the sticker or the embellishment that I said that makes me take away those chevron, because as you can tell, I put it right next to the chevron and it totally clashes. Like, it's not the same kind of red. That embellishment has more of an orangey tinge to it than the other. The other one has more of a deep red, and it really doesn't go well together. So I'm going to take that chevron away, but I'm going to keep it there for a bit because it's going to take me a while. I know it doesn't go well, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it. So when I don't know what I'm going to do about something, I move on, because this is the part where I've guess made some adjustments. Because prior to, filming my process of doing a scrapbook page, I would have sat there and I would have stared at that chevron and that embellishment for like an hour, trying to figure out how can I fix this. I really want that embellishment. But now what I do, because I'm filming and I can't dwell on that kind of stuff, I move on. And while I'm picking other stuff and I'm, doing other stuff, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about that chevron and what can I do to fix it. And sometimes it's not really what I'm thinking that fixes it, is because I'm digging through my stuff and I'm looking for other embellishments. That's where I find the solution. Like where I have no idea what just did that noise. That was weird. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it was a big dong. Anyway, I have no idea where that was. And totally lost my train of thought. It was so weird. I have no idea where that came from. My cell phone's not in here, so it wasn't my cell phone. No idea. And so now I'm going to start. I feel good about the main part of the layout. So now I'm going to start gluing everything down. And I'm going to add the doilies. And I like to use my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to glue down those little embellishments, like the little tags, the flags, all the stickers. I took the stickiness away. If I'm not going to put foam tape in behind, I use my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. I get mine at Michael's when they have it in stock. Sometimes they go 6 to 8 months without being in stock. So what I do is, last week it was in stock, so I happened to have my husband and myself there, so we bought 3 bottles. So what I was saying is, a lot of times as I'm digging through my stuff, I find a solution. Because when I was digging through my stuff, I found this crepe paper. So I thought, well, instead of using the chevron, I'll stick that in behind the layout, and that'll add the texture that I wanted. And now I'm playing with the stickers that I had taken out, but one of them was kind of a label, and it kind of had a fancy die cut shape. And instead, what I wanted to do was just keep the round shape going, because the chipboard sticker that says "These Moments" is round. So then I have another round element there, and I'm going to put some foam tape in behind that chipboard sticker. And that foam tape I got at Custom Crops, and it comes in a huge roll. It's from Scotch 3M. I believe I paid about $33, $36 for it. And I think now it's like $42, $44. But at Scrapbooking Warehouse, the last time, and it's been a while, it was over a month ago, it was on for like $30. So it's a good price, but I don't know what their shipping would be like on that roll of Scotch 3M. But I got that, I would say, last April. So I've had that roll for a long, long time, and I still have a ton of it. Now, I was trying to use that, I think it's from the Polka Dot Project Life cards, and I really liked it. It coordinated with the page really well, but I couldn't get it to work, so I'll have to use it on another page. Now, from the Amy Tangerine epoxy stickers, They're borders, so I'm going to use those. And my ATG is going to run out. And I just buy the cheap stuff. I think I pay about $1.70 a roll. My friend orders them from the States, and what we do is we order about, every time I order about 60 to 70 to make sure that I don't have to order, over and over again. I just stock up. So I couldn't tell you where she orders them, but I know Life in Bits and Pieces has them. Every time I go check, she's out of stock. So I guess, I don't know, I think there's a button that says, let me know when you have some. So I guess I would do that. And then, again, I don't know what her shipping is like. And somebody commented the last time that I changed my ATG on my video, like, wow, you do that really quickly. I change my ATG gun, I would say, once a week. So I go through about 4 rolls a month. We'll say 3 to 4 rolls a month. And every time I worked in a craft store for a couple years, and people would bring their ATG gun to me when they would come and buy ATG rolls, and I would change their rolls for them. And I also taught classes, and people would bring their ATG gun for me to change them. And every time I go to crops, there's at least 3 to 5 people that come during the crop weekend, and I change their rolls. So I change not as often anymore, but for a while there, I was changing rolls like every day. So I'm used to it. So it's just like 1, 2, 3, and I just get it done. So now I'm going to work on my title, and I'm going to use my favorite alphas from October Afternoon, the mini markets. These ones are peppermint. Now, I don't know if I have a favorite color in the mini markets. They're just my favorite stickers. And Janet, I just want to let you know that I did get your message about doing my favorite 13 scrapbook products for 2013, and I'm going to take you up on that challenge. I'm going to do it. I actually was kind of thinking about that because I've seen a few people in years past do it. And since I mentioned you, Janet, I just want to say thank you so much. I mean, every video you leave, and it's just not, nice layout or, it's long paragraphs. So I know that takes quite a bit of time to type out, but you always make sure to leave me amazing comments. So thank you so much. That's awfully sweet of you, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And just thank you. So now I'm going to work on my title, and the title is just Amazing Woman, because she is. I mean, she's 90 years old, 91 now, I think, and her birthday's coming up. It's December 23rd, and she lives by herself and, cooks for herself, and still goes for little walks, not as big a walks as, when I first met my husband, but she still goes for walks, and just an amazing woman. So the journaling, I mean, I didn't leave much room for journaling. I'm going to do another layout on her sometime soon because I've taken a few pictures of her. And there I'll make sure to, put a tag or something so I can journal about her. So now I'm going to add some enamel dots. And I'm just going to put 3 in each little cluster. And now I'm going to use some twine. I'm going to ball it up and just add some quick dry adhesive. I was doing well. I had a ton of pages done up ahead. I think I was 4 ahead. And then I got a little lazy because, I had so many ahead. And I didn't scrapbook for a few days. I would do the voiceover and that kind of stuff and upload my videos, but I didn't do any videos. And I think it had a lot to do too with the tournament. That whole weekend, I didn't do anything. We spent the whole weekend at the arena, and it was quite nerve-wracking. Like I said in the previous video, my son anyway, my husband is the coach, so they've never won a tournament. So it was, because they were doing really well, it was really nerve-wracking. And so there was one morning we had to be at the rink at 6:15, and it was for the semifinals because we were expecting a huge storm. So we were all going to bed early because we had to get up at 5 in the morning. So, and my stomach, I mean, the last game I felt nauseous. The one behind me said, oh, I have chest pains. And I mean, everybody, we just wanted those kids to win so bad. And actually, some kids on our team last year, they weren't on our team last year, but they were on a different team. They didn't win a game, not a game all year. So for them to come this year and do so well and to win a tournament was amazing. So I just wanted them to win for everybody. So I'm going to show you a few close-ups, and if you notice that some of them might not be as clear as usual, my camera broke, so the autofocus isn't working. So I'm getting used to that manual, on the lens. So hopefully most of the pictures are focused. So thanks for watching. Bye.